Hey, what's going on, guys? Winter Kills here, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Saturday Night Locals. Here we are in episode 96, round 3, where we are continuing on with Rikka Sunavalon. Our current record is 1 win, 1 loss. If you want to see the previous round, where we played against Speedroid Castira, actually, interestingly enough. I'll try to leave a link that up in the top right for y'all to check out. And yeah, we're playing against Traptrix here. I had no idea going into this match what I was going to be playing. The person I was playing against, they don't typically come through the tournament that often. And I couldn't tell you the last time I played against this person, and even if I could, I couldn't recall what they were playing. So just kind of going in blind here. And yeah, just playing a pretty standard build of Rikka Sunavalon. I'm not playing the new Aromage cards, just because I honestly refuse to read them, and I've had no issues really playing the deck, you know, with one Dryas and one healer. I've just been enjoying, I mean, at least at a locals level, right? Just enjoying playing the deck the way that I've been playing it. And I talked about this in the last episode too. It's just like just freestyling combos, you know, after taking a long break from the deck, coming back with, you know, literally just a cold start on the deck. It's just been fun just freestyling random combos, because that's like pretty much all I've been doing, and it's just been surprisingly working out. Just like this line here that I set up, completely just random series of plays, you know, just starting off with, you know, Princess, linking that into Dryas, gets Lily on board, you know, Sewing goes off, all these things, like, right, it's just, and then we get the Regulus established before we go into, you know, this double Jasmine line with the Aromage Laurel, which is the only Aromage monster I am playing in the main deck. And I'm not, also I should preface this because some people don't know how to take a joke, but, I'm not saying that the new Aromage cards are awful. I literally just haven't read them. I think I've read one of them, the new level 1. But from what I could tell in my brief moment of reading that card, it is another normal summon. And at that point, it's like, why don't I just normal summon Petal or Loci, right? I don't know. It's just to each their own. I just haven't found a big enough gap in the deck that says, man, and we need something new to replace the other Dryases, right? I'm sure next time I revisit Rikka Sunavalon, I won't have a problem with wanting to try those new cards out for myself. But right now, in the moment that I decided to take this deck to locals, I just wanted to keep it familiar. Didn't have the new cards to begin with anyways, and yeah, just here we are. Also, I'll stop rambling on this just because I think I've talked about it enough. And somebody, I think, mentioned on episode 1, or well, round 1 playing this deck, you know, Spiritual Water Art being a thrust target, and that is correct. Normally it would be a thrust target. It could be a 1-of at that point, so you don't brick on 2 of it like I did. I just don't own thrust, just because never wanted to just spend the money on it to begin with. So yeah, we're just going into the Snowdrop, bringing out the Mudan into Teardrop. I kind of did this because I thought I'd want to, like, do a Strenna line to add back the Mudan, then use the Mudan effect in hand to special summon, but I just never ended up doing that. I could have summoned, like, the Lone Fire with the Snowdrop there, and then tagged out for a Princess, and then that could have got stuff going. But yeah, I guess I'm just doing this instead. And I also realized at this point that I already used Princess Effect to special summon, so I had no way to get the other level 4 body on field like I had wanted to. So I was like, you know what? I'll just use it as link fodder for Melius, and then bring back the Seed, then go into Bengal Lancer. And again, this is just like that kind of freestyle combo I was talking about. But, you know, like I said, I could have easily just done Snowdrop, bring out the Lone Fire, and then that tags out for Princess, make them both level 4, go for Strenna, and then I could have moved on over the Strenna, You know, done Chainlink 1 Mudon, Chainlink 2 Princess, and then bring out like Hyperion or Snowdrop, and then search out something off the Mudon. Right, so could have done it that way, but now I have like follow-up in hand. I've got Lone Fire, I've got Princess, right? It's not the worst thing in the world. And I mean, for just a random end board, it's not so bad, right? I've got an Omni Negate in the form of Regulus that I can use on both my turn and my opponent's turn. You know, I've got the Tribute, I got the Bounce, I've got the Sheet, I've got the Princess Negate, right? It's a lot of interruptions, all layered interruptions, and my opponent is just going to realize that they are not going to be able to play through that, and they don't want to show me what they are playing. You know, smart enough, make me side completely blind. So we just go straight to game 2. And I'm surprised to see that they are playing Traptrix, a deck that I honestly, kind of until this exact moment, forgot it even existed. Like, the deck has kind of fallen off the face of the earth as far as I'm concerned. I haven't played against a Traptrix deck in so incredibly long, and I was really enjoying it because I just like hate playing against control trap decks like this. But you know, it is what it is, right? So, and I was also a little upset to see that I did not draw into any of my side deck cards. To be fair, I only sided in, I think, 4 things, because again, I'm siding blind. I had no idea what to put in. I think I had things like evenly matched, 3 evenly, 2 Dark Ruler, 2 Lightning Storm. I know that, and 3 Bell. I know there's a Duster in there as well. That rhymed. I think all I sided in was 2 Dark Ruler and 2 Lightning Storm, though, because I just kind of assumed maybe it'd be some type of combo thing, and if not, right, Lightning Storm kind of covers the other cards. I guess I could have just gone all in on the board breakers and put an evenly matched too, because evenly matched is it's not insane against the Traptrix deck, because obviously if they're smart, they'll keep the Link 1. And then Link 1 will get effect to reset or special summon and then set. Right, so they can actually kind of play off the evenly match, even though you are taking out like literally everything else on the board. You know, they still get a little something out of it, and you lose your battle phase and all that, right? So yeah, they're using like the other effect of the field spell. They bring back the Pudica and overlay that with the Murmilio. And they're going to go into the other rank 4. Right now they've got the Rafflesia. And, yeah. And also, like I said, it's been so long since I've seen this deck play. And also trying to keep track of what cards they have set in the back line. I'm pretty sure it's like Floodgate Trap Hole, Traptrix Trap Hole Nightmare, and Bottomless. And I'm looking at a hand filled with normal summons currently. And I'm like, this is not going to bode well. I did not open up a lot of extenders, which is, you know, it is what it is. That's why I want to just try to trim the deck count down to at least 40. It's just going to be kind of tough to do that. But I guess I won't really have to worry about that until the next time I play the deck. Because I think right now it's at 45. Which, you know, I haven't minded it so much. So I go Unexpected Die, out the Loki, and then that's going to hit with a Floodgate Trap Hole. And I go ahead and normal summon the Petal. And they could technically bottomless that because it does have 1500 less attack. But on summon, they just go ahead and use the Rafflesia there to copy another Floodgate Trap Hole. Which is like, alright, fair enough. So that's going to get set face down. Now, I could have, like, gone Glamour, Tribute off to Search 2 and done that line, but, like, I'm just not playing through the rest of that board. Like, he just bottomlesses the Strenna and I lose instantly, so we go to game 3, and then I open up a pretty solid hand here of Unexpected Die, some other cards, and I've got the Spiritual Water Art in hand as well, and I think that I, Hard Open Sheet. Yeah, as much as I don't love drawing Sheet in the opening hand, but sometimes it's really nice because you just don't have to worry about Con grabbing it. Con's free to just get Glamour And when you don't set it off of the field spell, obviously you don't really telegraph your opponent where it is exactly, or even if you have access to it. And yeah, we're just, again, this is normal unexpected die combo here playing out, and it's so much better because I did not have to start with my normal summon. So if I get Nibiru, it's not gonna be so terrible because I already have Lone Fire in hand, which is just gonna be, you know, get me to my Rikka Sunavalon plays, which with already having Sheet in hand will be pretty much just good enough on their own, I feel like, just to combat a Traptrix deck trying to go second, so long as they don't see like a ton of board breakers, right? So we go into the first Jasmine effect, tribute off the twin, bring out a Major Laurel. This is what I do every single time I do this unexpected die line. Bring out the Laurel, link off the Laurel and the Loki into a second Jasmine. Laurel effect, gain 500. That procs both Jasmines since I gained life points to add a plant monster. So chain link 1 Jasmine, chain link 2 Jasmine. Sounds weird, but it is oh so fun to resolve. So I always grab Lilyboria here if I don't already have it, just because I want to get the like Regulus line, just Regulus on board in general, like as soon as possible, because that will help make the rest of the play, you know, insulated at least from one hand trap. And if my opponent does have a high impact hand trap like Nibiru, it will force them to use it. I think the smart thing to do would probably be nibbing here, just because you don't let me get the Regulus, because if you let me get Regulus to hand like this, I'm still getting a you know, an Omni negate on field regardless, because you let me search the Regulus, because you're gonna put the Lilyboria in grave anyways, and even if you don't do it, I'm just gonna link it off into like Melius and make out the Bangalancer. And this is also something different I started doing too. Again, more freestyling, just having so much fun playing the deck this way. I was like, you know what? Let's just make Melius here, and then make Bangalancer in the main monster zone. Let's just do that. I haven't done that yet. Let's just mess around with that. Normal summon Lone Fire here. Thought about maybe tributing something else for Lone Fire, because that's something you could definitely do, but I was like, let's just keep it simple. Let's just go ahead and tribute itself. Bring out the Petal. Petal effect here is going to go for, I'm looking at Snowdrop. Do I go for the Snowdrop? Yeah, I go for the Snowdrop. I think I'm just trying to set up basically what I set up in game 1, which was enough to just win me the game outright. So I'm just trying to set up something similar. We go ahead and tribute for Mudon here. Mudon is going to grab Con-Con. Con-Con's going to go ahead and set the Glamour. And yeah, we're going to go ahead and Glamour away immediately. Grabbing Princess and Primula. This is going to get us into Strenna. So free. Just go ahead and overlay both of those into Strenna, and we can add back whatever we need from the grave. And again, I've got Snowdrop in hand, and I don't have a plant to summon with it currently. So I was like, I could just add back this Lone Fire, and then Lone Fire could become whatever I need it to be. But part of me was also like, that's a little greedy. If I kind of go all out and add back, like, let's say I add back Lone Fire off the Strenna, and then I go Snowdrop, tribute the Strenna, bring out Lone Fire, Strenna tags onto Hyperiton, and then I make like a rank 8, right? Then I just leave myself with 0 follow-up if worst comes to worst. So I did not want to do that. I want to at least have Glamour in hand, just so I can have Petal plus Glamour. Now, standby phase rolls around, and I get a little trigger happy, and I'm like, you know what? I'm firing off this Spiritual Water Art and seeing what my opponent has. Now, Nibiru was their 6th card. Otherwise, they would have used it during the combo 100%. But we get to look at the hand. I see no board breakers, so that's kind of a sigh of relief, knowing that my opponent's definitely not playing through this board, and now having actual hand knowledge. You know, there really is no way that he's going to be able to play through the board. So I hit the Pudica out of the hand, just keeping me off another normal summon that can get into the, you know, the Link 1. And then New Chain. Again, this is standby phase, so I don't have to worry about playing into talents just yet. And we're going to tag into the Teardrop, because I still want to be able to use Princess. That was something that, like, I'm glad I remembered, because if you tag in a Hyperiton, then I just like turn off one interruption for another. Granted, they're both monster negates, but the one monster negate has a way, or has a chance of playing with the synergy of Con. Yeah, I mean, I guess I have more follow-up if I have Sowing, I guess, is follow-up, but obviously you'd rather have something like Glamour, Sowing, and Snowdrop in hand. So he's going to go ahead and normal summon the Arachnocampa. I think I pronounced that right. And I'm just reading it over, making sure there's no, you know, important things, you know, between the lines that I need to read here. It has some secret effect, right? So I just on summon, Bangle Lancer, bounce it back, keep him off the Link 1, right? Easy enough. If you can put another body on field, right? You know, Teardrop, Tribute away. And then we have Sheet as well. So they go ahead and fire off the talents here. And I think talents went to take. I negate that, obviously, with the Regulus. I knew I was going to have to play into the talents at least. I mean, to be fair, I probably could have just hit the talents out of the hand. I don't really know what I was so afraid of about the Pudica. Because, like, if he has two ways to get bodies on field, like, one's getting tributed with the Teardrop, the other's getting bounced, and if somehow manages to get past that, the Sheet takes care of the rest. And then there's an Omni Negate still that doesn't have to get forced on the talent. So that was probably a misplay on my behalf for sure. And also, I'll talk about it, I guess, in a moment. But yeah, they're gonna go ahead and special summon out the trap, getting rid of the Gravedigger's trap, and then obviously Teardrop tributes it away. Mandatory effect to gain 200 attack. And also, yeah, like I said, one thing that I've been kind of thinking about doing in situations like this is, like, when I use Regulus negate, I actually get rid of Regulus so I can get Petal back in the end phase. But I think that's maybe a little too greedy to try to go for. So I know my opponent has Nibiru in hand. I know that they have the Holotea engrave, and those are like the only two things that I have to worry about that will stop me from going for game. And as per usual, I will do a great job at overthinking the situation. A really, really good job. Obviously, Regulus is my out to either the Holotea or the Nibiru, but I don't think I was planning on playing through, or playing into the Nib, rather. I was just going to set up a very simple line just to deal with the Holotea, not play into the Nib, and just get game on board and basically use the Regulus to stop that, I guess. So, and my opponent notices that. They realize it. Writing's on the wall, so they admit defeat. And yeah, that's going to do it. I'll see you guys in round 4. Where we hopefully can continue on and go 3-1. And last but not least, a big shout out goes to our current Divine level channel members who are Pony Stark, Cadillac, Screen, Misfit, H8 Cyber, and Robin's Assistant. Thank you guys so much as always for showing me kind and very generous support of the channel.